Yeah, we good. We good. Okay. So last time I played, I had one of my best runs, and the best run that I've ever done on stream. I got all the way to 2-2 without using a continue, which feels pretty good. Feels pretty damn good. I have no idea if I'm going to keep that consistency up for this time around, but I'll try. I'll try and be a good gamer. I'm going to start at the beginning, as all gamers should. I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm no elitist. I don't care if people use the shortcuts, the level select. It is weird to me that people play it that way, though. Like, I don't know. For me, I understand using level select for practice, but I don't really have fun if I'm just teleporting back to the most recent level. Maybe it's just because I've got old arcade instinct in my veins, but like, I don't know. When it's a shmup game, it just feels wrong to start not from the start. It's a sin, a gamer sin. All shmups must start from their true beginning. Unless you're practicing. You know, I've had my fair share of practice. And, you know, if I actually cared to beat this game, I definitely should not just be doing runs over and over again and should be practicing a little bit more. Because, like, the part of the game that has me in a chokehold right now is, pretty much like the last section of bosses. I can't believe I'm still taking damage against this guy. Who am I? But at the very end of the game, it's basically like an absurd boss rush of progressively more and more difficult bosses. And while last time I did say the game is very survivable, because it is a super survivable shmup game. Like, if you lose HP, like, I already took damage, but I'm going to regenerate it very quickly, because you get HP back based on score. So if you do well for a period of time and aren't just getting hit back to back to back, which is very possible, like, I'm not going to say that you're a super bad player if you get hit back to back to back. Like, when you're learning the start of the game, that's pretty common, but once you get a little bit of competency and you start to memorize the level layouts a little bit and enemy patterns, you can go for long periods without getting hit. And then, you know, maybe you have a bad section here or there, or you take damage against the world's easiest boss like I did. You can get that HP back pretty easily. Especially the closer down to the wire you get, the easier it is to get your HP back. The score required to get to 1 HP or 2 HP is much less than the score required to get to 3 or 4. So the worse you're doing, the easier it is to replenish that HP. The only problem with that is, it all kind of falls apart when you're fighting bosses, because you don't really get score on the boss fight. You get score for finishing the boss fight. So in the middle of a boss fight is your most vulnerable point. And if you go into a boss fight with very low HP, you're probably going to have to use a continue. Because you're not going to replenish anything until the boss fight is over, basically. You do get some score during boss fights, I think. It's just not a lot. But yeah, you definitely don't want to... You don't want to go into boss fights unprepared. That's how you lose. That's not gaming. And I am anything but somebody who would allow not gaming. So it's going well. Already, you know, I've only taken 1 hit. I've got 4 HP. I'm in the second zone. Feeling confident. I don't know what happened, man. The last time I played this game, before the last time I played this game, so I guess second to last time, if you want to use the English language correctly, I was doing super poorly. Like, really, really bad. Embarrassingly so. But I don't know what happened in between then to make me as good as I am. It's not like I was practicing off camera or anything. I gained it. I gained it back. I gained my gamer skill. Okay, so this is by far the mini-boss I do worst against. I just can't do damage against it reliably, and that attack in particular, I never dodge. Straight up. Just can't understand it for some reason. So one hit's not that bad. Still pretty good, compared to my usual skill level, honestly. Now, is this going to make it all the way to the boss rush at the end? Maybe, but probably with some continues being used in between there. And, you know, I keep saying, like, using continues as if that's a bad thing. It's really not that bad. Like, the game has continues for you to use them, right? It's not like I'm trying to beat the game on 1 credit or anything. Though that would be sick. I am nowhere near good enough for that yet. And maybe never will be, honestly, because the game's quite hard. But, yeah, to bring it back to what I was originally saying, like, the parts that I'm struggling with in the game currently are the last few bosses at the very end of the game. So if I'm doing a run from the start of the game, if I have used, like, a single continue up to that point, I basically stand no chance. Because I need all of my continues at the very end of the game, or I just can't get through the bosses. They are very difficult. Very, very difficult, and I'm definitely not good enough to beat any of them without getting hit yet. Oh, this is nice. I mean, it was nice until that moment just then. So it's going well. It's going well. I don't mind taking a hit against this guy, especially because I already had 4 HP, which is, like, much higher than the expected at this point. I've been doing pretty good for my score. Which, I mean, the game does have other metrics for score that I haven't really talked about. Like, you do have a multiplier. Oh, I didn't change my controls. I was thinking about changing my controls, but I'll talk about that later, I guess. Because there's one finicky thing with controls that I haven't gotten to. Basically, there's an input that requires not just one button, but pressing 3 buttons at once. But in the game's options, you can bind it to a single button. So I've been meaning to do that, since I'm not very good at pressing 3 buttons at once, apparently. Dude, that was so much smoother than I have been doing that section. I'm so on today. I don't know what's going on. I'm confident. I'm gaming. Everything's working out. This is the day of gaming. Everyone bless up to the little dipper in the water there. There's lots of secrets in the game too. I get almost none of them just because I have no idea where the secrets are, honestly. I've looked up basically nothing about this game. I think literally nothing. I may be forgetting, like, I mean, you know, I've watched, like, reviews. Like, I watched fucking Donkey review the game. I watched a few reviews here and there, but as for, like, actual spoilers, I don't think I've really seen anything. I do know what the last area looks like, but I've also been to the last area, so it's not like it's really that big of a spoiler if I've done it myself. I've just seen slightly deeper into it than I've gotten myself. Because, the last area, I mean, this is a genuine spoiler for anyone who cares. I guess I'll just preface that. The last area in this game is like an entirely different beast than everything leading up to it. Like, everything leading up to it in the game, you accrue... Oh god, is he gonna leave? Yeah. Oh no, I still get to kill him. Nice. No, I missed! I was so afraid of missing out on him that I missed out on him. I was trying to kill all of his segments, because you do get, like, a special bonus if you destroy the whole snake instead of just part of it. But, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It's just score. You know, if anything, I feel bad because I took damage against it. I shouldn't have cared that much about the score. I still have 3 HP, though, so I'm sitting pretty. But, yeah, slight spoilers, again. Sorry, I got distracted. The final area of this game requires you to sacrifice all of your continues, and basically you use your continues as like regular HP. So if you end up in the final area with a very small amount of continues at that point, you have a very small amount of HP to complete the final area, which is cool. It is cool, and I respect it. I like it. I, again, shouldn't be caring about score here, but I was trying to get the score bonus for killing that guy. Like a dumbass. 1 HP is still enough to carry me. I should be able to do this guy without getting hit, but even if I get hit once, it's completely fine. So yeah, the only time I have made it to the final area myself was on very, very few continues. And I didn't actually get to see that much of it. I just, like, died instantly. Right, so this is why I love the B-type ship. The widespread on the B-type ship's shots actually make this boss, like, a complete fucking joke. I mean, I also just like the widespread shots in general, too. Right, I would never, ever take sword over drill. So this is the button input that requires all 3 buttons. It's designed around arcade mechanics, you know, so... Technically, if you did have, like, a fight stick or something, you could play this like it was a real arcade machine, but... I'll let the animation play. Gives me a lime juice break. Okay. So now I have gotten all of the power-ups that exist in the game. Thank you. Thank you for protecting me. Appreciate it. I'll make sure I don't die instantly. Okay. So this is a really good opportunity to get my HP back, which is why I wasn't that scared about reaching 1 HP. When you're in the drill form, you're... Oh god. Okay, this is the only scary part here. Your maximum score multiplier is much higher than normal, which makes it a lot easier to get those HP bonuses out of your score. I'm at 2 HP, I don't need to panic anymore. I'm doing alright. Yeah, that was handled poorly. God damn it, that was handled really poorly. Oh god, I'm fucking blowing ass, dude. Blowing complete ass. Just kill it. Just kill it and go to the other area. Okay, 1 HP, it's fine. Don't use a continue like this. This is embarrassing. I would know. Yeah, keep your cool. I get it. I get it. Again, though, this area is very easy for recouping HP. It's, like, designed around using the drill for the most part. So long as I survive this little intro section, which should be incredibly easy, I'll get a really good opportunity to get my HP back. Whew, that was close. Okay, I missed that wave. I'm not going to dip in. I'll be completely fine without those few enemies there. I'd rather take the safety. Fuck! Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'd rather take the safety. Okay, 1 HP. Again, like I said, the lower you are on HP, the more likely it is that you're going to get it back. That was really bad, though. Don't let it all fall apart. That's all I ask. If I don't let it all fall apart here, I would never forgive myself if I let this slip. There you go, 2 HP. We're rocking. We're rocking, dude. 100% success rate. First Minecraft, and now this. The legend. That's another mechanic about this game that I really like. It's, things are... Oops, what am I doing? I normally do this with drill at the start. I'm just, like, completely whiffing on everything I'm supposed to be doing. There you go. So this is the most dangerous part right here, and I actually kind of have to focus, because I could very easily use a continue. I do get a very good opportunity at getting HP back after this, but surviving this is going to be tricky. Sorry, I completely forget what I was saying before this. I had something to say. Oh, yeah. I like that, like, all of the enemy spawns are mostly, like, time-based. Meaning, like, they line up with the music and everything. Everything is set in stone that, like, this enemy is going to spawn, like, a certain distance into the level on time. Okay, I'm gonna stop killing things. Because it actually gets more dangerous the more of these you kill. And I have 0 HP. So that means the faster you clear certain waves of enemies, the game actually rewards you with more enemy spawns to push your score even farther, which is really sick. Okay, so I should be able to very easily get some HP here. At least 1 HP? Yeah, okay, I already got 1. I would like 2. And I did really well, but I still didn't get 2. There you go, there's 2. Okay. I can live with 2 here. I would have felt a lot worse if I didn't have 2 going into this green-orange. I guess I could talk about story a little bit. Basically, we are the last few saviors of Earth, tasked with the mission of destroying the massive space alien that's invaded the atmosphere, green-orange. And I've just now entered green-orange. So I'm taking it apart from the inside. My mission is finally coming to its close. Or so they say. Okay. I'm out of the thick of it now. The rest of these waves are pretty easy. Actually, this one I have trouble with pretty regularly. Never mind. Yeah, this is the hardest wave for me, for some reason. I just can't reliably kill these guys. Woo! That was so close there. But if I had killed them faster, this wave would have been much longer, and I would have gotten a bonus. Because I was slow, I only get 1 bonus, as opposed to the 2 you normally get. Well, not normally, if you're good at the game. I still got a bonus, though. If I was even slower, I wouldn't have gotten any bonus. Like, the gold enemies that spawn, those are like the super juicy enemies that you only get if you're good at the game, and kill things quickly. So whenever you see golden enemies, that means I'm doing good. That means I did well enough in an earlier wave that it spawned bonus enemies for me. What? I've never seen those guys block bullets like that. I didn't even know that was possible. So this area is actually pretty cool, too. It's like a huge, wide-open area with a scrolling screen that lets you take your own path. And there probably is, like, just an optimal path, but I have no idea what the optimal path is. It's not random, it's the same every time, but it's just really big. And I end up taking a different pattern every single time I go through it. Not the most consistent gamer. So long as I survive, that's all I care about. I don't really care about high score that much, but I do care about not using continues. So if I can do that, I'm feeling pretty good about things. Okay, this is the first boss that typically gives people trouble. I mean, you probably would have trouble on the last boss of the third area if you weren't playing as the B-type ship. The B-type ship just makes that fight trivial. There are... I didn't really explain that either. There are 2 different ship types that you can pick between when you start a run. It's a fairly classic shmup thing to do. At least the only really other super popular shmup game I ever played was Ikaruga, which I'm a huge fan of. And also has an A and B type ship. So I tend to flex on this boss a bit because I've fought it enough and I'm confident enough at it that I go for like sick damage. That wasn't even... I could have stood slightly more to the right and gotten even more damage. Oops, I almost took damage there. Pathetic. I almost took damage there too, holy shit. I'm getting pretty lucky. When the game first came out, it actually made you instantly get hit on, like, certain contact things. Like, you'll see, every now and then, something will do contact to me, but it won't hurt me directly, it just bounces me around. If I keep getting bounced around like that, eventually it will hurt me, but, there's a little bit of forgiveness, and the game didn't used to be like that, like I said. When it first came out, all contact damage used to instantly hurt you. This is my favorite attack. That attack, I don't know, that attack's just a lot of fun to me. But I'm thankful for the forgiveness, because I was kind of sucking balls there. Whew. So, now that the world's hardest boss is over with, move on to the end of the game. Or so they say! Or so they say. There's lore. You can look at the VOD and pause there if you want to see the lore. It's basically like, I don't know. Hey, how's it going? That's all she says. I also think that the lore isn't even kept, because I was skipping it there. I think when you skip the text, it's just kind of like funny meme message like, oh, okay, goodbye. I see that you don't want to listen to me, or something like that. Well, that's Dead Villager. Now we get the mini-game section, where there's like a bunch of small little challenges that feel completely isolated from the regular game. But look at that bonus score! In this one, you get bonus score for killing things with the UFOs, the UFOs. And also, you get bonus score for all of the surviving villagers at the end, because if you protect the, or kill the things before they hit the bottom of the screen, protect them. I don't really care about score, though, like I said. You also, at the end of all of these challenges, get an extra HP for free. So if you're good and take no damage, you'll be sitting pretty for the next part of the game. Spoilers, this is not the end of the game. Now you can attack this guy and actually have a slightly challenging fight, but because I'm a coward, I just pop his bubble. He tells me some fake lore and I run away. That's how it goes. Ah, the lizard. The many-eyed salamander. Not my strongest fight, because I always prioritize damage over safety. Just not a good idea! I wouldn't recommend it. I would advise against it if I were me. Oh wait, I am me. Psych. Ooh, a little bit close. This is the hardest part for me, though, which makes no sense, because it's honestly not that bad, although I'm making it look bad because I'm bad. Woo! Ah! God damn it, all the time, man. I can't do it without taking damage. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's okay. 2 hits on that guy is fine. I'm still at 3 HP. Like, sustaining yourself in this section is completely fine. This is not the boss rush I was talking about, by the way. The boss rush is quite far from here, actually. Quite far. Ooh, please don't do that. Thank God those guys don't do contact damage, because I just ran the fuck into them. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. There you go. This is my favorite setup. Just having 2 of these laser guys. I almost still messed it up. And I did still mess it up, because I'm bad. But it really is... that's like the easiest fight. So taking damage there makes me look like a bit of a dummy. But that's okay. I am a bit of a dummy. I can take it. Alright, and then she time loops us. And we do it all over again. But this time, more fun. It's kind of striking to me how long this game is. Like, I don't really pay attention to how long each session of the game is, but it's like an hour plus. Maybe like very close to exactly an hour to go from the start of the game to the very, very final ending. Not that I usually make it that far, but I probably am going to get pretty close today. I didn't even explain my charge shot. I have a charge shot, by the way. The side shot was pretty obvious. I've been using that frequently. But, yeah, I also have a charge shot, which not only lets me charge up a big sun blast, but also blocks bullets if I'm holding the charge down. I don't use it as a shield all that often, but you can use it as a shield. You can. Right, so, yeah, you get taken back to the first level, except everything is awful and hard now. The once protected society that I lived within is now crumbled. The aliens have taken over in this parallel universe. Thank God. Maybe something can be done with our country at this point. Dude, I'm throwing everything away. It's fine. It doesn't... Okay, now it is not fine. It's no longer fine. Remember that thing I said about it's okay if you take damage, so long as you don't take a bunch of damage back to back to back? That's happening to me right now. Please don't die to this guy. It is a harder version of this guy. So I'm gonna be very sad having to use a continue here. And I can feel it happening. If I don't die to this guy, I'm probably gonna die to the boss, because he's probably not gonna give me HP back. Yeah, he didn't. Okay, focus. It's all or nothing right now. If I use the continue, it's not that big of a deal, but I will cry a little on the inside. Not that that matters. It's only what matters on the outside that matters, and that's what matters. Fuck. Alright, fine. I used to continue. I really just threw everything away on the fucking first level of the loop. Amateur hour, dude. Absolute amateur hour. Pull it together. Like, on the last run I did, I actually used, like, 6 continues on the second area boss. Oh god. But, I figured out the strategy for that one again, so that'll save me a lot of pain. I was hoping to make it to the final area without using a continue, since I've never done that before, but, you know, it is still a hard game. At the end of the day, it's still kind of tricky. So I'm not all that surprised. I am upset that I had to use a continue on the first area, because I've had the most practice with this area. So taking a hit that hard on the first area kind of blows. That's alright. One of these days I'll recover. So yeah, I also didn't really talk about the fact that when you're picking your power-ups, you do have a choice between 2 different power-ups each time. I pretty much pick the exact same ones every single time. There is a backwards shot as opposed to the side-to-side shot. I just think that the side-to-side is way more useful in pretty much every area. I really need to stop running into enemies. It's becoming a real issue. Also, I fucking pushed my hair into my face, and I can't fix it. At least I got the music, though. At least I got the music. It's the only thing bringing me back right now. I almost ran straight into that shot. I literally did. Oh, fucking Christ. Not only did I run into that shot, I committed to running into that shot repeatedly. Remember? I remember when I was saying I was on, and I was talking about how good I was doing. Those were the days, man. I miss those days. Give me my bonus hearts. I definitely miss the days when I was on. It's okay. I can still bring it back. It's it's not gonna be pretty. It already isn't pretty. I soiled my chances of making this pretty a while ago. Back on the first level of the loop, where I threw literally everything away. That doesn't mean it has to be bad up until the end. Let's stop tilting! Stop tilting! And, stop throwing away my HP as soon as I get it back. Would probably help. Trying to get that secret. It's a little bit tricky on this level. There we go. I fucking need the bonus. Okay, I'm definitely using a continue here. There is no fucking way I'm killing this guy without getting hit. It is a harder version of the mini-boss that I suck against, so yeah. Expect nothing spectacular here. It's probably gonna be pretty sad. That attack, I fucking hate, man. It's just a pattern that I don't know how to dodge and have never learned how to dodge. That one wave of bullets always gets me. I just have no idea where I'm supposed to stand. Oops. Thank God that doesn't do contact damage. Yeah, the thing about this guy is that you can't kill him very quickly. I just don't know where to stand, man. I just don't know. You can't kill him very quickly because the thing in front of him blocks all of the damage. That was close. That wasn't close, that was just me taking damage. So your only real good opportunity of hurting the mini-boss is when it does that one attack where the little orb in front of it runs away. Okay. 2 continues. It's not great, but hey. When am I ever great? At least I'm here. You know. Don't talk about being here and being good. Just talk about being here. Not everybody is. Alright, look at the positives. Look at the upsides, alright? I could have game overed already. Think about it that way, and I'm actually doing pretty alright. Is it everything I had hoped for? No. But it's something. You can never take that away from me. Yeah, you can take that HP away from me, that's for sure. Likelihood of me using another continue here, very high. Very, very high. Almost didn't dodge that shot there. I also didn't talk about the fact that bosses and mini-bosses actually have multiple difficulties that's kind of hidden. You wouldn't notice until you played a shit ton of the game. But there are different varying difficulties of each of the bosses and mini-bosses based on how much score you have, I think. I think the better you're doing and the higher your score is, the harder version of the boss you get. It's either based on score or how many times you've been hit, but one or the other. Something does allow varying difficulty. Okay, so this is the part of the fight that I have practiced right here. So hopefully I can do pretty well. There's still one attack that I've never successfully dodged, but if I take 1 damage, that's not the end of the world. It's completely fine. This is the attack. Okay, there you go. And I still didn't successfully dodge it, but that was the closest I've ever been to successfully dodging it. So that's a plus. Oh god. I forgot he was just gonna start firing. Yeah, not my proudest work, but hey. I got through it without using a continue, so... feels good, men. Did we skip over one? No. This is the, second ability. The alternate from the charge shot is missiles, which makes like a big crosshair around my character. and lets me target things that are in the background layer. Like, sometimes you'll see enemies, like those little guys down there. I could target those if I had missiles, and they wouldn't show up in this spawn wave right there. It's like a way of dealing with enemies before they actually spawn in the foreground. And in some cases, it's actually, like, pretty important to keeping your score multiplier up, because enemies won't spawn in, but there will be enemies in the background that you can keep your multiplier up with. Now in this level, there's another secret that I'm not going to do, because it's a secret that actually makes the game much, much harder. I have the opportunity, you know, like that snake worm guy that I fucked up killing last time? I could either fight that guy again, or there's a slightly convoluted secret that involves shooting dark spots in the water over and over again. You might have seen them by now. And if I do that, instead of getting the worm snake guy that I've already killed before, it spawns a fucking crab that is like the hardest thing to kill in the world. I despise doing it, so I never go for the secret. I refuse to. Oops. I was gonna try and contact damage that guy, but I'm pretty sure he hurts you when you contact damage him. Anything that I... Oh, wow. That was stupid. Anything that I know doesn't do contact damage, I just run in and double, or I guess quadruple fire them with my laser. Nope, forgot about this guy. Which is funny, because I was just talking about him. I actually have a pretty good chance of destroying every segment of this guy. Look at that. That doesn't happen very often. Nice! I'm gaming, dude. Actually gaming for once in my life. Killing that guy is absolutely mandatory. Oh, and so is running into those bullets. Some might say that you can get away without running into those bullets. Not I. Not I. Trust me, it's a mandatory bullet running into. Trust me. Trust me. Don't question it. I do the train with drill primarily, even though it's in the past proven to be not a good idea. I keep doing it. Because it feels like a good idea to me. Like, very clearly is not a good idea. But something inside of me keeps making me do it over and over again. Just kill this guy. I don't care about the score. Do not care. Okay, so now we have an actual hard fight. This is the first of the boss rush. Everything after this is just all boss fights. Alright, so you show this person who is like one of your partners, but they fight you to like see if you're worthy in the last loop. Then you prove to them that you've already fought them before by using the power that they gave you. And they prove your worthiness once again to see if you have what it takes from stopping the time loop. Or to stop the time? You know what? One of my grammars was wrong there. I'm not going to question it. Point is, it's a hard fight, and I'm not very good at it. Oop, don't shoot there. It's all that matters, is that it's a hard fight that I'm not good at. I never know what to do in this situation. I guess just wait. Just wait until she comes back up. It's going well so far, but I do only have 2 hits before I die, which is not optimal. Especially because I kind of need, like, at least 1 hit for the final phase. So if I get hit any time before then, I'm not feeling good about this. Because this is how I do the final phase of this fight, and I'm pretty sure it's not how you're supposed to do it, but I keep doing it. Because it works. Fuck, it really worked that time! Let's go! That's the first time I've ever done that flawlessly. Wow, I'm actually feeling really good after that fight. Not good enough to the point where I think I'm going to kill this next boss. I know myself. And I know that I'm probably going to fuck it up really horribly. Do I just want to take the coward's way out? I don't think so. If I had gotten to this point without using a single continue, well, no, that's even more cowardly. There is a fake ending. Or not a fake ending, but a bad ending, I guess. There is a bad ending if you take the power-up that Robot Lady gives you. It's basically just it's a Naruto moment. It's I don't know, it's a trope that's been done a few times, but you get put into a dream world where everything is good. That's the crux of the concept. But I choose no to Dream World. I choose to make life harder on myself. Because the Dream World is much easier than the actual way out. Which is why I call it the coward's way out. Okay, that's kind of awkward. Okay, and it spawned on top of me. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. So as you've noticed, you have to swap to kill these things. Nice, thanks for the life. I actually really needed it if I want to stand any chance against this guy on my first attempt. 2 HP is what I'm used to, because pretty much every time I fight this guy, I just throw continues at him. And every time you use a continue, you get set back to 2 HP. It's like the natural default. Not a good start. That first shot always comes at me way faster than I think it's going to. Oh god, I did not think I was going to make it through there without getting hit. I didn't think I was going to make it through there without getting hit either. So how does this fight work? It sends a bunch of balls at you. You can probably tell that much. You have to destroy the balls very close to each other, or it just spawns more, as you can see. There you go, spawned more, and I'm gonna fuck it up again. And I'm dead, so it doesn't really matter. This is where all of my continues will go. If I can make it to the fight that comes after this, I'll be happy with this. Because that will be the first time I have ever made it to the fight that comes after this without using a level select. I've always run out of continues. God damn it. So bad. So bad. This phase, you can honestly just brute force. In fact, the first 3 phases I've gone on record as saying you can just brute force without really worrying about the other ones respawning. God damn, dude, I am not on anymore. My onness has gone way downhill since I started this. All of the adrenaline from the Minecraft run has left my body. Okay. Get through the first 2 without taking damage, please. Because the final one is the only really, really difficult one. I shouldn't be having as much trouble on the first few. Ooh, that was close, though. This third one, I've actually done much more reliably. I think that this third one is honestly the easiest. Fuck. It was worth it. I took 1 damage to clear that phase. But obviously this one's the hardest. Fuck. Fuck! Too many balls to deal with at the same time. I don't know how porn actresses do it. Okay. Give me some lime juice to power me up. It's an indescribable aftertaste. It's so bitter. Well, okay, I guess that's a pretty good description. It's indescribable just how bitter it is. It's very bitter. I don't know how that bouncy one's AI works. It's probably manipulatable, but I don't really understand it. Nice! That was so clean. In fact, all of these have been pretty clean. I think I'm making it to Miku. Hatsune Mike. I think it makes sense to clear some of them, just so you have a better opportunity, like, of damaging the other ones. In the interim period, that was so close! Look at how damaged those things were! If I had just hit them for like a millisecond, I would have been in there. It is such a clusterfuck in the last phase, though. I really do think, like, this first ball, the one that spawns in, because it's always the same balls every time. The first wave spawns with, like, the triple fireball. Second wave spawns with the bouncy one and the one that just spirals. I guess they could both be described as bouncy. The target one and the one that spirals, how about that? And the third phase spawns with all of, like, the single file, the rooks of the pack. They just fire straight down from the middle. And then all 6 of them reappear in the final phase. And I think the first wave one, this guy, you gotta take him out instantly. Because he's gonna make it so you don't get to do any damage to any of the other ones. It just takes so much of your priority. Oh, he's done it! Woo! Okay. I actually did it. This is the first time I've made it this far, even using continues. I mean, it's not that impressive since I used continues, but this is the first time I've made it from the start of the game. Like I said, I've used level select to get this far in the past, but I have never, ever, from starting at the very beginning of the game, made it to this fight. And I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at the fight. Whenever she teleports on me, I think she's gonna do the slash attack. Ooh, I actually got life back just from hitting the boss. And I threw it away immediately. Awesome. I don't think I've, like, ever seen this attack. I don't understand it. I don't know what to do! I probably should have taken out my drill. Alright, one continue left. I have a feeling I'm not gonna beat this boss. Something tells me. There's the slash. There's the slash I've been looking for. I've only beaten this boss once in the past. And, it was after a few attempts. So, you know, and with full continues every single time. It would be miraculous. Oh god, yeah, I'm already over. I'm already over. It would be nothing short of miraculous if I beat this without getting hit a single more time. She is giving me some of the easier attacks now. That's nice. Oh, hand! Hand grabsies! I don't really understand how this attack works, honestly. I really don't understand how this attack works, but it scares me. Hand grabsies? Okay. Well, that was pretty good, honestly. Like, that wasn't bad. That was a pretty good show of things. Wow. That was exciting, man. Even though I kind of threw things away once I started the loop, I'm still really proud of that performance there. Still one of my best runs ever. What happened, man? Why did I suddenly get so good at this? This screen, by the way, for those who have no idea how this game works, you start off the game with 0 continues. This is like the only questionable part of the game, design-wise, is you start out the game with 0 continues, pardon me, and as you get score, you slowly accrue the amount of, like, you upgrade the amount of continues you can use. And, yeah, the one reason that makes that decision a little bit questionable, because I think in the past I've said, like, I said something along the lines of, it's not really that bad because 1 or 2 really spectacular runs maxes out. Oh, fuck, lime juice. God damn it, the straw. Let me get a fucking paper towel real quick. Disaster. Live stream fails. Streamer completely demolishes mousepad with 1 cup of lime juice. Alright. Well, at least it's the kind of stain that smells good, right? Doesn't really taste good. Oh, but yeah, that's fresh. Just like that. Live stream hacks! Streamer miraculously brings back smell of mousepad by spilling 1 cup of lime juice. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Whatever. I've cleaned it up mostly. What was I saying? I've got on record as saying that the unlock of continues is not that bad, because it really doesn't take that many runs to get back to max continues. It is slightly tedious, though. Because, like I said, the final area uses your continues as life. And when you fail the final area, you're back down to 0 continues. And you do have to do a few attempts to kind of, like, grind back up your continues so that you can attempt the final area again. That's kind of tedious, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not like I'm good enough at the game to actually make that have an impact. Like, I'd never make it to the final area, especially not when I'm starting from the very start of the game. I'm not good enough to kill the Hatsune Mike boss fight just yet. But man, that was good. That was, like, really, really solid performance.